Hi. Okay, I just feel compelled to make a video again today. I do feel like I've cleared some things and I'm settling a little bit. I'm processing a lot. Energetically, emotionally, I'm resting, and there's just a lot to observe. So it's good that I'm going slow because I'm observing my mind and my internal world. And the 5D quantum reality that I am looking for and seeking and researching and trying to anchor with my action, it's quantum. And everything matters. So today I went with my son over to the spot, and then my guides are starting to say, we want to talk about the land. And, I have a big ego, but what they're telling me about this channeling is like, it's Christ's lineage. I literally live on Catholic land. I have scars on my hands, like the stigmata. I have scars. And I don't know what it means. I don't know anything. I have Irish Catholic bloodline. I'm O negative. My family came through Canada, my dad's side. My mom's side came from Germany and Czech. I don't know. I just feel like there's something there, and I'm getting closer because I'm realizing all this land is holy. I just identified dragons. I accidentally blessed the water that one time. So, and then Riyadh just took me down a different trail on the same property, but in a different area that probably nobody ever goes to because you have to like rappel down there. So, like I thought maybe I could do product placement. I'm getting so many business ideas. Oh my gosh. Mary Magdalene said, keep the hood on. Okay. So, and I'm reading a memoir by Anneke Lucas, a child slave survivor. And it's a lot of, I'm like working up to it. I'm working up to sitting with that because dark stuff triggers us. It triggers us to want to ignore it. It triggers us to not want to look at our own stuff. It triggers us. So reading these stories, listening to these stories is triggering, even if you don't have any conscious awareness of why. It's triggering. It can trigger you for a million different reasons, and this is dark. This is the darkest shit you will ever hear. When you start learning about the dark stuff, you have no interest in horror anymore. And when I was following QAnon and I learned all about the child slavery on the planet and what's going on behind that, I decided that I was going to be a warrior for that. When I found that out, I knew it. I was like, someone has got to at least hold space for those kids. That's what I want to do. I want to hold space for people to remember this is going on and don't ignore it and protect the kids that are not gotten in there yet. So we gotta start talking about stuff. There's so much to do. So this is part 2 of My Son is Helping. Riyadh also put he put my website under half of my videos in the description. So he's helping me with my business. He's my Capricorn. That's the kind of blessing that comes when you pray hard enough. So so sweet. And today was so sweet. I really felt like I needed to make a video, but he of course just wanted attention. I knew I should give him attention, but I really wanted to make the video, so I kept saying, no, just do it real quick. And he kept finding reasons to stop me from recording. And every time he would pull me away, it was so fun. We just had this little outing. Like first we went down this rappelling wall, then we went further along the water than I wanted to. And then on the way back, he was like holding my waist and helping me up the hill like an old lady. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the sweetest. But we've struggled. We've struggled. And I'm just like, whatever, Riyadh, whatever this problem is, we're in it till the end. Whatever this is, this personality conflict I have with this kid, I don't get it. I know other people know what I'm talking about. Kids are different. He's a lot like his dad, I guess. I don't know if that's true. That's not true, Kel. Okay, anyway, Rosalind Jocelyn, I'm going to be quiet now and let you speak about this land. Is that okay? Whatever message is supposed to come. I don't want to say anything, but whatever. I'm not scared. 73 videos and I still don't know if you're going to show up. Dear Kelly, yes, we are here. Yes, we are here. And, you know, putting the puzzle together about your purpose and your light worker mission and your situation and how to resolve all of the things in your life that are confusing. We give it to you a little bit by bit, by bit, by bit, by bit, by bit, by bit, so that eventually it's just like all the pieces filled in so slowly that it just becomes normal. It's normal because you just make little micro changes. The more micro the change, the easier. So you don't have to be really good at it. You can just do it by going slowly. And then as you stay focused and consistent, you'll understand how that works. And then you can go faster, but you're like a baby. So we give to you what we are teaching you in little tiny packets. And you're starting to put together that this land is special. There's something about this land. Dragons, Lemurian codes, Sisters of the Holy Names, Saint Francis. There's a statue of Saint Francis outside a building with a labyrinth, a beautiful labyrinth. I put it on one of my thumbnail pictures. Aquinas, Thomas Aquinas was an ancient philosopher. And then I'm starting to learn about like this secret Catholic that's actually not dark. Like there's part of the Catholic Church that's actually still part of the original Christ lineage. You know, Mary Magdalene and Jesus, you know, were married and had kids, right? So were they protected in the Catholic line? I'm supposed to be channeling, but I don't want to. I just want to like say the things that I'm being shown, and I'm supposed to put all this together. And now they're going to say something about it, about me. So I went to St. Mary's Academy, and the same sisters that own this land started that school. It was the first school, and then they moved out here and did the college. And my two aunts on my mom's side and two aunts on my dad's side, my grandma and her sister on my dad's side, and my mom's two sisters on my mom's side, all went to St. Mary's. And I went to St. Mary's. So it's Catholic. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever, they're all lesbians. I don't get it. What does Catholic have to do with it? But thank God I went there. Thank God. That was a great school. Oh my gosh. I had a great sports time. It was great conversation. It was really wonderful. Great school. Downtown. Oh, that's the best. So, okay. So they're dropping these hints. My whole life. But now I'm supposed to step into my abundance. And in order to do that, I have to understand my worth. And I feel like I had a vow of poverty at some point because I just really resist receiving money. I just, it doesn't feel natural to me. I know how to spend it though. I can spend it. So is all of this going to come together to a head right now? Because I still feel unclean. I just don't feel clean. I feel tired. They're telling me to rest. Yeah. You are here, Kelly, to be an oracle and a prophet of sorts. Clearly, anybody else looking at this would go, oh yeah, there's something there, but nobody else sees it except you. We told you we needed you to see it first. Okay? Yes, you are an oracle. Okay? And you can see through dimensions. You can listen. So it's a rare ability. It's a rare ability. And we need you to understand that money doesn't reflect your value. You know, in the new earth, you have to let money go. You have to understand that everything's frequency. Everything's frequency. The money is a symptom. It's an outward expression of what the frequency is doing. And we want you to understand that all you have to do, Kelly, is close out the world, look within, and give yourself permission to receive rest, money, love, abundance, miracles, synchronicities. But there's layers and layers and layers and layers between where you are now and that fountain of youth inside you that understands how deserving you are of every single thing you would like. Because your birthright is actually non-physical. There are no limits. Where you were originally born, there were no limits. It was paradise. Your normal, your birthright is paradise. That's your birthright. But there are veils between you and that experience that are holding you in a limited state, which feels like a prison when you realize what home is. It starts to feel like a prison. So there's a part of your mind that's being called back to that. And it's hard for us to explain to your 3D mind how that works, but it kind of shows up in your world like anxiety. When you start feeling anxiety, that's your conscience waking up. That's what that anxiety is. Your conscience is your connection to source. And it's telling you what's right or wrong. And if you're living in a way that's not right for you, your conscience is going to start nagging you. Now, how do you deal with that nagging? How do you deal with that anxiety? Well, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know where it comes from, you just know it's making you miserable, you're going to make it go quiet. And everybody has a different voice in their head that guides them. And don't judge anyone else's healing journey, because some people do have contracts to work with hospital situations on their healing path. Maybe they're there to go have a medical miracle. Maybe they're there to have a conversation with a nurse. You know, it doesn't matter what it looks like. That's just 3D wanting it to look a certain way. We don't want Kelly to be invested in the 3D. We want her invested in the 5D. We want her invested in the world when her eyes are shut. And we don't want her to just do it while she's recording. We want her to do it all the time. But she wants to record everything because she wants to remember what she said. So she's struggling with leaving it, she's struggling with being in the 5D all the time and having these schizophrenic conversations with herself in public. So it's awkward, but it's okay, because that's the pace that she's ready for, because she still has all these other layers and patterns that she's integrating at the same time. So slow is good. So Kelly, you don't have to feel embarrassed or proud or anything about your story. It's just your experience in this life, and there's gonna be other people's experiences that they're gonna read your lesson, and they're gonna read your story and go, oh, oh, yeah, that resonates. And you're not going to even understand why it resonates for them. Okay? You cannot know another person's journey. Even if they resonate with you, you might not resonate with them. We aren't meant to always have equal reciprocity with everybody. Sometimes we just walk down a street, you know, it's one way. But your journey is to just tell a story and be authentic and walk the path that you're being guided and offer this as a story for others to take or leave. That's it. That's it. Your story is a humble one, because the future of humanity is going to be where those who are centered in service to others, motivation, mentality, intention, consciously grounding and anchoring community mindset on earth, honoring the earth, that's where the power is pouring into the planet. If people want to build harmonious communities in whatever way they are, you're going to find success because of the light that's coming down on the planet. By the way, Trump said that. I was listening to him for like 10 minutes. He was like, there's a lot of sunshine coming down on the planet. And I was like, cool. See, QAnon showed us those things. QAnon showed us that he's like guided by Pleiadians. And JFK's, you know, he's in the audience. JFK Jr. He's in the audience. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait, because that's like the Kennedy. The word conspiracy theory was invented when people questioned the narrative over Kennedy's death. I swear to you. The term conspiracy theory was coined over Kennedy's death. And the official narrative of Kennedy's death makes no sense. And they successfully covered that up for like decades. Distraction, distraction, distraction. So that's our power, is to pull back our attention from all the distractions. That's it. That's all the light workers are going to do. We're just going to go, hey, you guys, you're watching plastic move around. That's all you're doing with your TVs and your phones and your cities and stuff. It's so artificial. It's so artificial. So I'm extreme. But everybody can start where they are and make it whatever they want. Once you figure out the quantum realm is an emotional state, then you can go on your own journey to clean it up and make it a masterpiece, because it's an internal thing and you're the only one who knows what's your next thing to clean up. So the light workers are going to bring in this logically, scientifically. It's just going to make sense. That's what they're telling me. Just talk, Kelly. Just tell the story. People are going to go, oh, aha. They're going to have aha moments listening to it. And it's a download. Just by listening to, you have to download it on your own, because the pieces only go together for you individually and yourself. It took me 50 videos to really understand what channeling was and what the message was. I was like, wait, light body? I swear, I never thought about light bodies 2 years ago. I wasn't thinking about that. So now they're like, it's all about the light body. And I'm like, oh yeah, that does make a lot of sense. That explains chakras and grounding and Mother Earth and how she's a mother and like everything. It just explained everything. I was like, oh, okay. And that's why all the quantum stuff, oh, I get it, okay. So, I'm a scribe. Okay. Okay, I have no idea if this video is embarrassing or what. But is that it? You just wanted me to share that little... Yes, dear. We are still only at the beginning. We're at base camp now. We have a big mountain ahead of us. So continue to be present. Continue to ground every morning. Continue to work on your habits. It's just a little bit at a time. You just take it in a little bit at a time. What's comfortable. Because it's not about what it looks like in the 3D. It's all about the mental conditioning, the integrity, The willingness to be honest, the willingness to be vulnerable, the willingness to forgive yourself, remember your innocence, slow down with your anger, because you don't want to contribute to the density. Okay, it's understanding that you are a fractal of everything, so you do have control to affect the world outside of you by working on your internal fractal. This is scientific. We have homunculuses on our body, which are complete Chinese meridian maps of our whole body. Is on your hand, it's on your foot, it's in your ear. You can massage your leg in your ear energetically. It's fractal. It's scientifically fractal. So this makes sense. You can't argue with anything I'm saying. It totally makes sense. So take off your shoes, hug a tree, pray over your water, and hang out with your friends, and everything will work out. Okay, much love. And so it is.